In my last video, we talked about Zuko's fever, the literal system reboot of the mind, shattered by cognitive dissonance. But once the fever breaks and old identity is gone, what's left? You are a blank slate. And that is a terrifying and lonely place to be. If the fever was the reboot, then the episode The Beach was the necessary, messy group therapy session. Today we are looking at why these 4 teenagers, the most powerful and the most broken kids in the Fire Nation, needed a campfire to finally stop performing and start feeling. The episode starts with a strange premise. Teenagers on vacation, but notice how uncomfortable they are. They are trying to perform normalcy. Azula tries to flirt using military tactics. Zuko is simmering with the rage that he can no longer direct at the avatar. In psychology, we call this role confusion. They have been soldiers and royalty for so long that they don't know how to just be. The beach is an equalizer, stripped of their armors and their titles. They are forced into a space where their internal world is the only thing left to navigate. Let's look at the volleyball game. It wasn't just a game, it was a battle. Azula doesn't want to have fun. She literally wants to cross the opposition.
This is maladaptive perfectionism.
Even in a low-stakes social setting, they are trapped in the mindset of a war. They are masking their internal chaos with external competence. But notice, even winning doesn't make them happy. The fever broke Zuko, and now the social pressure of Amber Island is starting to crack the others. When they finally sit around that fire, the masks fall off. Exactly this is where the group therapy really begins. Tylee reveals her fear of being just part of a set, touching on her need of her individual identity, which I have already discussed in one of my shorts. Check it out. May reveals her emotional numbness is a survival mechanism against her parents' harsh policy. And Zuko finally admits he is angry with himself. In group therapy, universality is the idea that you realize that you are not alone in your suffering. For a brief moment, they aren't enemies or allies, they are just 4 kids who have been deeply hurt by the same system. They are validating each other's pain for the first time.
My own mother thought I was a monster. She was right, of course, but it still hurt.
Even Azula, in her own twisted way, participates. By the end of the night, they end up having, trashing Jan's house. While it looks like teenagers just being rebels, it's actually a rejection of the high society world they were forced to represent. Here is a takeaway for you. Group therapy isn't just about talking. It's about being seen in your most unpleasant state and still being accepted by the group. If you feel like you are performing for your friends, try sharing one small ugly truth this week. Vulnerability is a high-risk move, but it's the only way to move from a rebooted system to a functioning one. Guys, find the people who will sit with you. You don't need a professional setting to experience the benefits of group therapy. Sometimes group therapy is just the courage to be ugly and honest with your friends or family. Okay, thanks for watching.